What's up guys, your girl Luca here, and today we're going to talk about some interesting news that we got today from Jason Schreier. But before we get into that, if I could ask you guys to please hit the like button. If you do end up subscribing, hit the little notification bell so you never miss a video. So in today's random and completely out of left field news, Jason Schreier of Bloomberg.com came through with an interesting article talking about Sony's obsession with blockbusters is stirring unrest within the PlayStation empire. Now we all know that Jason is very much a person who is for the developer and speaks on behalf of those who feel like they can't get their voices out. So yeah, let's talk about this article. The Last of Us is getting a remake. Yes, that critically acclaimed series at the end of the PlayStation 3 era that got a remaster at the beginning of the PlayStation 4 era, and now is getting a full-scale remake for the PlayStation 5 era. Mind you, this game is only 8 years old and because of the remaster, completely playable. So when I first heard this news, I was very confused and I kind of just feel like this is going to be a cash grab, but it wasn't until I actually read the article where that feeling became solidified. So there's a group within Sony that a lot of us probably don't know about. The Visual Arts Service Group, a San Diego-based operation that helps finish off games designed at other Sony-owned studios of animation, art, and other content and development. But 3 years ago, a handful of influential figures within the Visual Arts Service Group decided they wanted to have more creative control and lead game direction, rather than being supporting actors on popular titles such as Spider-Man and Uncharted. So Michael Mumbarer, I'm so sorry, I'm completely butchering this guy's name, but Michael founded the Visual Arts Service Group in 2007 and recruited a group of about 30 developers, with the idea to expand upon some of the company's most successful franchises, and the team began working on a remake of the 2013 hit The Last of Us for PS5, but Sony never fully acknowledged the team's existence, nor did they give them any funding or support that was needed to succeed in the highly competitive video game market. The studio never even got its own name. And eventually, Sony moved ownership of The Last of Us remake to its original creator, Naughty Dog. So here's my thing. If Sony was never fully in support of this project, why would they let it go on for so long? Why even bother allowing it to exist in the first place? It just seems so random and unnecessary. Now, according to Jason, in recent years, Sony has prioritized games made by its most successful developers, which, I mean, it makes sense. So that's Santa Monica, Naughty Dog, and Guerrilla Games, who receive funding in the tens of millions to make the games that we expect from Sony. And yeah, despite some mixed feedback for Last of Us 2, that game was highly successful, as was the 2018 God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn. So Sony's focus on exclusive blockbusters has come at the expense of niche teams and studios within the PlayStation organization and has led to a high turnover and less choice for players. Last week, Sony reorganized a development office in Japan, resulting in mass departures of people who worked on less well-known, but acclaimed games such as Gravity Rush and Everybody's Golf. The company has informed developers that it no longer wants to produce smaller games that are only successful in Japan. Now, something I've always heard people pride Sony on is them giving a chance to games that perhaps didn't sell the best, like greenlighting Knack 2. Who asked for Knack 2? But it seems with the switch up in leadership, Sony's priorities have changed. Sony Bend, best known for the 2019 open world game Days Gone, tried to pitch a sequel, but because the development had been lengthy and the critical reception was mixed, Days Gone 2 was not seen as a viable option. Now let's talk about what Michael and his team wanted to do. They decided to focus on remaking older games for the new PlayStation 5 because of the risks and expense that come into developing a new game from scratch. Remakes are safe bets, they're cheaper to update and polish. Old fans will most likely pick it up, and new fans will be interested in getting it as well. Now get this, they didn't even want to do The Last of Us initially. They planned on remaking the first Uncharted game, but the idea quickly fizzled out because it would be too expensive and would require too much added design work. Now, as for what I stated before, it kind of sounds to me that Sony used this team as a placeholder to get the prep work done so that Naughty Dog could come through and finish off everything else. Sony kept the team's existence a secret and refused to give them a bigger budget to hire more people. And then Herman Hulst came through and he was just like, this remake project is too expensive, and seemingly put a stop to everything. Like Sony was really like, wham bam, thank you ma'am, appreciate the hard work, get out of here. Come through, come join Naughty Dog. There is no such thing as autonomy when you are not an established champion. So yeah, man, seems like the focus is going to be on the big budget blockbuster titles. And I can't say I necessarily blame Sony. I mean, gaming is getting more and more expensive according to these people. But it sucks for these developers involved who actually want to do something and show off their own talents. At the end of the day, it is what it is. What do you guys think about this? Are you looking forward to a Last of Us remake? Do you think Sony no longer cares about growing new talent? Let me know all that and more, and I will catch you guys for another video. Peace.